Hi guys. So a lot of people have been saying that about the intro being long. If you want to skip the intro, there's timestamps in the description. So you can just click on the description box and it will show you the timestamps and it will take you straight to the content. It's just like 10 minutes in, just go to the description box and then expand the description box and then you'll be able to go straight to the content if you want to ignore the intro. Okay, thanks for listening.
I don't know, but
No, you know what you need, Chantal? You need to get your butt out of the Middle East. You need to go back to Canada and you need to start living a life that isn't just a big scam. I mean, this is silly. You're going to be 40 years old. You're out here, I mean, following some 29-year-old thinking that he's going to love you and marry you and make a life with you and whatever. Girl, come on. He laughs at you. He makes fun of you. I mean, why do you think you're over there with him? Because you guys are living it up? I mean, yeah, you really look like you're living it up. You really look like you're happy. What you need to do is you need to go back to Canada. You need to start putting in hard work. And you need to, if a relationship is really what you want, if that's your end game in life, I know it is for some people. If that's really what you want, someone to love you, someone to call you baby, someone to give you affirmations, whatever. I mean, slow steps. I mean, whatever. Get on the dating apps, work on yourself. Get back to a point where you can walk for more than a minute without getting dizzy. I mean, that would, if I were that in that place, that would be my number one priority. Not who's going to call me baby when I put my head down at night. I mean, girl, come on. I mean, you're not going to be able to heal in this environment, let alone thrive. You're talking about energy. You're sitting here telling us how you're about to fall asleep.
so you're getting help and you want to dunk on Chantel? And that's why I think Shannon and FFG's chemistry is so beautiful, because they're so similar. FFG has to be the hero. That's why she has to always dunk on Chantel with something. Like when she did the thing with BBJ, I stand on this. She did her big one. She did her big one with that one, especially with the way Chantel was running her mouth talking about FFG's dogs and all. When I saw her pull that off, I said, leave it to Chantel to have me applaud FFG. I was pissed. I was like, oh, this was so good. She trolled the fuck out of you. Oh my God. So, just so we're clear, and you heard it here first. What happened with BBJ, rescuing BBJ? The BBJ rescue to FFG will be with the 89 LBs are to Amber. You will always hear about it for years to come. Always. That's never going to die. She did her big one. She had to make it public. And for those saying, oh, it's for the money, I think you guys forget, I've said this before, multiple things can be right at once. She did her big one and definitely helped BBJ, because at this point, I think almost anybody's better than Chantel. But yes, of course it was for the money. If it wasn't for the money, she wouldn't have made it public. Of course it was for the money. Are you kidding? The bitch held she shopped for BBJ's collar on stream. She shopped for a cat to get a Gucci collar for a cat. Of course it was for money. But I'm not going to take away the fact that, like, at least she got BBJ. But yes, it was for money. Yes, it was for content. Are you crazy? That is her 89 LBs, bitch. She is never letting that go. That will always be content in some way.
Isms. So, French fried girls should be worried because Chantal was threatening to sue again. Shadowed that she might have returned to Canada to handle some other business, and she would handle that while she was there. I would be terrified if I was French fried girl. So terrified. This is the woman who couldn't even make a vet appointment, and she's going to coordinate a multi-person lawsuit because she felt duped about her cat being given to somebody else. By her to somebody else. But she couldn't tell you who because the selfish bitch wouldn't even walk down the stairs to go say bye. She handed it to Pete's. Again, many reasons we can't follow through with our commitments. So, And Chantal doesn't have much tolerance for distress or discomfort. If something isn't exactly the way she wants to eat it, she's not going to eat it. If it's not the right temperature, she's not going to eat it. So you would think someone as large as her would be much more picky, but or would be much less picky. But actually, some of the more morbidly obese people I know are rather picky about their food. And like other folks who deal with addiction, can get pretty nasty if they don't get what they want. How many people think that they've probably fought about food a couple times already? I'm sure he was fine with her coming over, but she farted out a bunch of promises initially that she was I'm gonna go to the gym and lose weight and it'll be great and I'll be going to the beach and we'll be travel beezing. If you're too fat for a plane, you gotta do something. Because now you can't even get out of there in a hurry if you need to. There's no shame in buying 2 plane seats if you need them, but if you don't like that you need them or that you're cutting it close to needing them, whose job is it to change the shape of Chantal's body? Yours? Mine? A pill? Some Ozempic? No, it comes down to Chantal and what she chooses to do. At this point, she's had more resources and opportunities and access to treatment over the years that most people don't give a shit how she feels, or that she probably can't handle all of her ADLs maybe on her own, because she was always such a nasty, self-centered person that her discomfort brings people pleasure. We've heard of Schadenfreude. You know, it's the same sort of thing. I don't.
So we saw some boats pass by while we were hanging out by the riverside and decided after we were done hanging out by the river to see if we could find a dock and take a boat ride ourselves. On our way,
it was his hard-earned money to try to buy her food that would support her health. And then either she ordered it without him or he came to reason of, look, I don't love you so much that $250 isn't worth risking your health to me. So if you really love me, Chantal, really, really love me, you'll go on there, eat yourself half to death, and give me the cash. So, I don't know. And she wants privacy. Okay. And where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? He's out with the boys. Thailand, from what I understand, has a very, very active sex scene. So, I'm sure he'll text you. But at any rate, this week we're going to... But she's sitting there, not a lot of people around, but it was the old eyes darting. Remember the outhouse? Or going for Burger King and then sitting in the parking lot, full face of makeup, looking all over the place to see who's looking and who's watching. She's out proud and doesn't care, but hawks like she's ashamed of what she's engaging in. So when she's sitting there with Sala eating, and there's people, you know, not a lot of people, because they go everywhere when it's closed. She's afraid of people, and they want to be able to film, and they're weird. They're weird. She likes getting attention, but standing out doesn't really, like, I think she probably feels like people are staring, because they are staring. It's a spectacle. She's 4 times the size of a normal woman. So I think people are going to stare. That shouldn't be unexpected. Is it rude? Is it cruel? I don't know. Bottom line, it shouldn't be unexpected. And to act shocked would be kind of stupid as well. You've read about it a little bit and saw it on TikTok. Please look better after yourself. Take better care of yourself. If not you, for your husband that you told us you loved so much. How much do you love him if you're willing to eat yourself to death because it's too difficult to try to get better beyond 36 hours? If you're not a 12-stepper, but the bondage of self. She's so obsessed with meeting her own wants and needs that she, to her inadvertently, steps on people and hurts people in that way. There's another side of Chantal that is a complete sociopath and pretty much doesn't care about feelings, doesn't know how to act. That's why we had the wedding cake and candles and she erupted like she was going to shit her pants, because she doesn't know what happiness feels like, so she doesn't demonstrate what it looks like. She doesn't know love. She doesn't know any of those feelings. And so with all this spinning in her head, her marriage on the line, her citizenship being up, she goes on a diet.
One, I'm pretty, okay? That has a lot, and I don't mean that to be conceited. I'm being very matter of fact. Being pretty gets you a lot of privilege. I'm just saying, you can get away with a lot if you're pretty. Number one, I'm pretty.
Okay, guys, so this is the trailer for Femme. It's been released in Europe, but it's out. It's a thriller, and I've seen it. It's a fantastic film. It is out in Spain, and it is out in the US on March the 22nd. So here is the trailer.
Bitches are big man, this high heels. Well, you can turn around if you're a fucking man. You're letting them win.
How you want to deal with that?
I think you're a nice looking lad. On your front. I'm a nice guy. If you disrespect me, fuck you up. I get that. Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, you're not. You're a fucking big man. I best remember not to fuck with you then.
Hi guys, and welcome to Tailored Talk. First of all, Foodie, I think it's time to go back to the filters, because Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Wow. Secondly, guys, it seems like Kaibella apparently has a new YouTube channel up and running. Now, maybe you guys already know, but I only just found out when it popped up on my recommended, and I wonder how far she can take this. Because how much can you milk being the other woman? Is she going to be a foodie reaction channel now and react to Salah? And although it was good TV, she did a shitty thing. And that makes Kaibella a shitty person. And it's like, Kaibella, how long are you going to ride the coattails of this shitty thing that you did and try to make it content? There's only so long that you can ride that wave. Okay guys, so the main topic. The other day, Foodie Beauty decided to come for Jordy out of nowhere, basically mocking him and saying a lot of rude stuff, a lot of rude shit. And this was Jordy's response.
Guess we all gotta pay our bills somehow. Look at me, I'm just laying down. I'm laying down to pay my bills.
Guess we all gotta pay our bills somehow. Okay. Well, I'm not going to disclose to you my forms of employment or my streams of revenue in my personal life, but what I will tell you, something that I'm not spending money on, is a 30-year-old questionable 30-year-old bum that I met on Tinder in the Middle East, paying for his apartment and giving him an allowance every month. That's something that I'm not doing with my money. So all the while she's having this random chit-chat with her beezers, I'm in there getting attacked by Teardrop. I'm getting attacked by, oh god, what was the one? It's like Melanie. I don't remember. There was one named Melanie. There was a mod, and then there was Salah. So there was like 3 or 4 mods all coming for me in the chat while Chantal was doing this. I really wish, you know what? Carissa said that she sent me a couple screenshots on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull anything up for you guys. Twitter. I, at one point, you know, I did. I took a low blow. I said something petty. And when I was responding to Salah, I said this to him. That's what I said to him. I attacked his manhood, or lack thereof. So I made that comment. And in response to that, he asked me, don't you have a life to go do something useful in your life? Like find a job, for example. You are not embarrassed to be obsessed with women online. You must be ashamed of yourself, for real. Well, regardless of whether or not I am embarrassed of my own image on the internet, Salah, I would like to say that I have a lot more dignity and decency here on YouTube than you hooking up with a 400-pound woman to pay your bills because you think that you are so entitled that white Christian Western women should bow down to you to be shat on and ridden around like donkeys. So, yeah, I would say that I'm less embarrassed than you are in your presence on the internet. He goes on to say, I hope your cross eyes will see the truth one day before make drama about fat women online and obsessed with them. You are truly just a loser Jordy turdy. Now, I don't know that he knows what cross-eyed means, but wearing glasses does not mean I'm cross-eyed. But I think that small PP really triggered him because I got 2 walls of text after I just said small PP. That's really all I said. They make a comment about my hair as well, but I think that Chantal talks about that. Jordy Turdy. I think that in a way that he was kind of, I don't know, kind of giving me signals. Jordy Turdy? Because, I mean, to him, that's like, that's a real compliment.
Get a job. Why don't I know you get a job? Coke or Pepsi? Both or none? Depends if I'm boycotting. Yes, you probably do.
Oh, wait. So, after I said small PP, we got, I know you are, but what am I? So, that's what she said to my small PP comment. I know you do. I know you have that.
Small PP. Yes, you probably do. You guys are stupid. Like, what would I do with a small PP? Seriously. You really think I would be with somebody like that? Please.
Yes. And not only would you be with someone like that, you would forego any action that you could do with whatever he has going on down there. And in addition to all of that, you would pay his rent, you would give him an allowance, you would make a fool out of yourself on the internet, you would wear clothes to support his religion. You would do a whole lot more than just be with someone with a centimeter Peter. That's another good point, Alyssa. Him saying fat women. So did he just call his wife fat? You obsess over fat women online. So, are you calling your darling, skinty wife here fat?
Anyway, I'll take small PP over receding hairline, geeky glasses, sunglasses from the 90s, and someone who...
Oh, whoa. Hold on. We're getting rapid fire here. Okay, my glasses, receding hairline. Hold on. We gotta go back a little bit. Geeky glasses. That's awfully mean. That's awfully inappropriate for you to say. Do y'all think that my glasses are geeky? Do I look like a nerd when I wear these glasses? Similar to your weight, Chantal, I can't help my vision. Why are you coming for my vision?
his own insecurities in the PP department. Yeah. Anyway, I'll take small PP over receding hairline, geeky glasses, sunglasses from the 90s, and someone who makes...
Sunglasses from the 90s? Okay, that one kind of went over my head. Sunglasses from the 90s. She does like to reference the 90s a lot. I don't really know why. But I don't know what she's talking about when she says sunglasses from the 90s. I don't know. That one kind of went past me. In terms of receding hairline, baby, this is just my hairline. No recession is taking place. I mean, are you seeing something that I'm not? I don't know. Maybe those fat eyelids inhibiting your vision. Might want to get that checked out. I would invite you 5 years from now to see how much my hairline has receded, but unfortunately, I don't think you'll be here in 2029, Chantal.
Makes a living off of talking about Amber Lynn all day. How? Actually, isn't Jordy...
Makes a living off of talking about Amber Lynn all day? I mean, for a short period of time, I was an Amber Lynn reaction channel. But as I said earlier, Chantal, I'm not going to disclose to you my forms of employment or my streams of revenue. So, what I will say is my streams of revenue and forms of employment do not solely rely on Amber Lynn Reid. But we're about to get to the real spicy part here in a second. Isn't Jordy... So with everything that she has just said, she is going to put a cherry on top of all of this with, okay, geeky glasses, sunglasses from the 90s, receding hairline, small pee-pee, but above all else, in addition to all of these insults that she has just cast my way, she's going to say this. Isn't he...
For a living off of talking about Amber Lynn all day. How? Actually, isn't Jordy gay? Her breathing makes them crazy. They all say she's dying. There's a community for that.
Actually, you know what? I had a trump card sitting here all along. I don't have to make fun of his hair. I don't have to make fun of his glasses. I don't have to make fun of what he's got going on down under there. Isn't he gay? Oh my god, I should have just led with that. He's gay. He's gonna say something about me being gay? Who do you think you're coming for? Chantal had her trump card. She had it all along. Maybe it wasn't her fat folds like that Pringle lid. She had to look for it a little bit. But she found it eventually. I'm proud of her.
Is he? I don't know. Anyway, not that it matters. I think most of the reactors are, no offense. Yo, mama. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but... I'm not mad at any.
I think that most of the reactors are, no offense. Why would that be offensive? I think that most... she had to preface that with, well, not to be offensive. I'm going to call all the male reactors gay, but not to be offensive. Why would that be offensive?
Jordy Turdy. I love the names. Jordy Turdy. Let's call him that. No, Jordy Bordy. She says you're besties.
No. No, not Jordy Birdie. I get some say in this as well. I prefer Jordy Turdy. Jordy Turdy. Come on. I want to be Jordy Turdy. I think that I have a better shot with Sala if you call me Jordy Turdy. So I might have to be Kaibella 2.0. I might have to be Chantal. You better watch out. I got 4 wigs in that drawer over there. I can be Kaibella. You don't think I can buy red lipstick?
I mean, your mama to me is different because he doesn't talk about the same people. He talks about, like, everybody. And he's funny. Like, he has talent. Like, he could probably be a comedian, honestly. But, like, the others, like, if there was, like, a normal guy in, like, I call it beach drama.
Oh no! It slipped! It slipped right out of her fat fingertips. Oh! If there was a normal guy that was doing reactionary content to girl world drama, that would be really weird. I mean, if there was a guy out there that was sexually attracted to other women, you know, normal guys, and he made videos on girl world drama, that would be really weird. That'd be really weird. No. So I guess that is just reserved for the mentally deranged, abnormal people.
Why? It's so unattractive. Because my hair's opening.
Oh, in addition to this, Chantal is going to tell us what is and what is not attractive. Everyone get your notebooks back out. You need to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you do need to fight fire with fire, but in this case, Chantal is like the Roman Empire. She's going to self-destruct. She's doing her own damage. I don't really need to do anything.
Okay, guys, so Jordy already owned her already, but I'm just going to go over her comments. So, the geeky glasses. I'm assuming that Foodie's jealous because Jordy can actually afford glasses, and all Salah buys her is those $2 reading glasses that anyone can get from the Kuwaiti dollar store, and that she can't actually afford or doesn't want to go to the eye doctors and get actual prescription glasses because of how big she is right now. So that comment was just jealousy. Sunglasses from the 90s. She's trying to say that Jordy is uncool and that he's not fashionable and that he's lame. She always goes back to the 90s because the 90s, that was her peak. She was a teenager back then, and that's probably the slimmest that she's ever been. The receding hairline comment. So Jordy has a tuft of hair at the front, and sometimes he plays with it and combs through it, and Foodie thinks that that's a comb over. So she thinks that Jordy is balding, and that he's got thinning hair, he's going bald like she did, and he's combing his thinning hair to the front. That's why she said that. And can I add how hypocritical it is for a woman that has been balding since her late 20s? A woman with cat piss wigs has got no room to talk about anyone's hair. But I digress. The main issue, the way that she brings up sexuality to demean him. First off, I've got to say this. From what I've seen on YouTube, and guys, I've just seen YouTube. I haven't seen any other social media or his Twitch. But from what I've seen on YouTube, and I've been watching Jordy since he was faceless, Jordy does not talk about his exes or his partners, past or present. He doesn't talk about his crushes or people that he finds attractive in real life or in the media. He keeps his private life private. But of course, Foodie's pea-sized, nashy-filled brain can't comprehend that because she's 14 mentally, and everything for her has to be on social media and has to be public. Number 2, Foodie Beauty is the same woman that banged a Tinder crackhead, let him tweak her boobs a little until they were bruised, and then races back home to tell her chat because the girl has no real friends. So of course she doesn't understand why Jordy stays private, why Jordy stays classy, because her romantic life is sexualized public trash. The fact that she brought up sexuality was really repulsive to me, because if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Jordy has never talked about his sexuality on his channels publicly. So nobody knows what Jordy's sexuality or sexual preference is because he's so private. It's important to add that Jordy or any other celebrity or any other creator Jordy doesn't owe us anything. His sexuality and private life are none of our business. And that's why I was super pissed when Foodie Beauty brought it up, because she's assuming that he's gay with no proof. And she's just making shit up at this point to prove that his opinion doesn't count. And that's a really shitty, deplorable thing to do. Foodie Beauty is relying on stereotypes to prove that he's gay when she actually has no clue about who he dates in real life. Because believe it or not, Chantal, there are feminine men that are straight and married. Jordy could have a girlfriend. Jordy could be married to a woman for all that you know. But you're too ignorant and you just stereotype people. There are feminine men that are straight. There are feminine men that are married. There are masculine, sports loving, UFC loving, MMA loving dudes that practice MMA all the time. There are masculine men that are in the army, that are in the Marines, and that are openly gay or in the closet. There are super feminine women that are lesbians. There are hypermasculine women that shave their heads and have deep voices and wear men's clothes and are straight.
It was just belittlement. It's a shame you're hiding how beautiful you are.
I can't believe what you get away with. You're spoiled.
You should grow your hair out long, like it's supposed to be.
And while we're on this subject, while we're on masculine women, can we talk about FFG for 1 second? Because many a time, Foodie and her homophobic dickhead chat have just randomly called FFG a lesbian and chuckled about it. And I've never met FFG. But I've watched her videos and watched countless hours, what feels like billions of hours from her lives. And let me tell you this. In my personal opinion, just from watching her lives and her videos, FFG is a straight tomboy. Okay? She's a straight tomboy. For anyone that doesn't know what a tomboy is, it's basically a girl or a woman that isn't really feminine and leans towards the masculine side a bit. So if a girl or woman is into sport, they follow sport, they play sports, if they like DIY, if they're a plumber, if they're a mechanic, if they do construction, if they do something, if they have a job that's more typically masculine, or if they dress on the more masculine side, then they're considered a tomboy. Tomboys also may not be into hair, makeup, heels, fashion, the rest of it. So with FFG, what I've seen from her lives, FFG is not really into makeup, high heels, Sephora, all of that stuff. She likes her tracksuits, baggy sportswear. If the clothes are a little on the masculine side, she doesn't mind that. I was watching a influencer, a YouTuber called, and she's called Sarah Ashcroft. And I was watching her the other day. And she was going out for dinner with her partner, and she was wearing these shoes that were really uncomfortable, but she was going to tolerate the pain because they were cute. Roll clip.
So this is my outfit tonight. This little co-ord's actually from House of CB. It did have like ruffles on the shoulders, but I'm not really into like ruffly fringy things, so I just cut them off. And actually it looks quite cute, and I've had it for ages and I haven't had a chance to wear it, so I'm excited to wear it tonight. These heels are the vintage Prada ones that I've got on here. I love them, like I absolutely love them, but my god, are they like awkward to walk in. That's the only thing with vintage heels I find, is that they're not like designed for ease or comfort, but they look cute. So and I don't have far to walk, and I'm not exactly going to be, they're dinner shoes. You know how we've all got those heels that are just dinner heels and that's all they'll ever be? You're not going on a night out in them, they're just dinner heels. Wow.
And she, she's a super feminine girl, and tomboys like FFG are never gonna do that. You know what I mean? They would rather, they are never gonna do that. They are never gonna wear heels that are painful just because it looks cute with that dress. They would laugh at shit like that. Foodie, FFG dresses for comfort. She doesn't dress to be a fashionista. She doesn't dress to impress other people. She dresses for comfort. She dresses for herself, and she dresses to be comfortable. If girls like FFG want to wear something masculine or slightly androgynous that day, she'll do it because gender conforming isn't a big deal for FFG, and that's the beauty of being a tomboy. I've never ever, judging from her lives, FFG, to me, in my humble opinion, she is a tomboy that loves men. I clocked that ages ago. FFG is not a lesbian. I repeat, I do not think FFG is a lesbian. So it pisses me off when Foodie and her homophobic chat, when they bully and harass a creator because they don't like them, they always go after their sexuality first. They always try to say that FFG is a lesbian. They make fun of Zach for being openly gay. Or in this case, Foodie just assumes Jordy's gay with no proof and makes fun of his voice and stuff. Foodie Beauty also said that she alluded that straight creators were the normal creators, and really Yo Mama is the and she used Yo Mama, and Yo Mama is one of the weirdest creators I've ever seen. Even for a straight man, he's like one of the weirdest googly-eyed tap dancing creators I've ever seen in my life. The fact that he's a man of colour and aligns himself with Foodie, he's a freak job. He's a freak job. He's a freak show freak job. Like there's no way you can be sane and be a person of colour and align yourself with Foodie Beauty, who's a raging racist xenophobe. Like, Your Mama is crazy. So I don't know why she's talking about Your Mama like he's a normal creator, because the guy's nuts. But let me go back to this. So she says that straight guys are normal creators, and that's also crazy because Foodie will say that gay and bi people and lesbians, that LGBT people are abnormal or they're mentally ill or whatever, and then she'll go down on Dee every time Nader clicks his fingers. So LGBTQ are confused freaks until Foodie, you're at Pride. Or until you're face down in Dee Dee's cupcake in her apartment. Can someone please make that make sense to me? I'm so sick of Foodie throwing out the words gay or lesbian as some kind of dirty slur just because you don't like someone. You have no right to talk about Jordy. Sexuality-wise, you have no idea what he is, and who he talks to and who he dates in real life is none of your business. Chantal, just because Jordy reacts to you, you are not entitled to any shred of Jordy's personal life. You're not entitled to that just because he reacts to you twice a week or whatever. And that's what she doesn't realise. She thinks that just because people react to her and they call her out on their bullshit, that therefore she's entitled to their life story. And really, reactors don't owe you shit. They don't. Jordy doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe you a fart in the wind. He doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't owe you a backup sandwich. He doesn't owe you a nashi. You know, he doesn't owe you a pad thai in which the restaurant workers were walking back and forth just to gawk at you in Thailand. Jordy doesn't owe you jack shit, and that's what you fail to realise. Chantal, you need to quit the Andrew Tate Act. It's not 1954, and it's not illegal to be LGBTQ anymore. You need to stop insulting people by using gay and lesbian like they are dirty words and insults. She needs to stop acting like being LGBT is a criminal offence. Foodie Beauty thinks that, like a teenager because she's 14 mentally, Foodie Beauty really thinks that she's really cool and she's really trendy with this far-right Tucker Carlson bullshit. She needs to put her pizza and backup sandwich down, move back to Canada, go out into the real world and meet real people. It's not 1954 anymore. You think that LGBT people are crazy? But do you remember late at night when you were outside Nader's house in that leopard print t-shirt trying to break into his apartment because you thought that he was lying to you about being out? I mean, that's crazy. Chantal, you're the only one that's mentally ill. You're the only one that's deranged. You're the only one that's unhinged. And you need to stop bullying reactors. You need to stop assuming reactors' sexuality. Stop using your chat to harass people over their sexuality. And you need to get a fucking grip and grow the fuck up. Okay, guys, that's the end of my rant. Let me know what you think of her comments in the comments. If you're still here, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.